Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/spookshow. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. It's time for our latest spoiler-filled movie review here on
the All-American Spookshow podcast.
We take a deep dive into what makes each movie good or bad. Stick around at the end. Donnie has
connections from the credits,
linking each movie to past episodes. Will gives the official
kill count.
Professor Smoke gives us
gore score.
And of course, we all give our star ratings. As they say, on with the show. Hello and welcome to another edition of the All-American Spookshow Horror Podcast. I'm Josh and I'm joined here with Will,
hello,
Donnie,
hey,
and the Professor Smoke.
What's up?
And once again, just like last week, we are here live in Spookshow headquarters studios. This is a special occasion, so we all wanted to make sure we were here at the same place at the same time because it just makes it easier for what we're going to do. This is episode 100, so we thank you for listening to the previous 99 episodes and all the other shit that we do on YouTube and Patreon and everything because you've helped us get to this milestone. Yeah. So here's to 100 more, guys, right? So, but today, to celebrate the occasion, we're going to do something we've never done here on the Spook Show. We're going to be doing a live watch-along commentary, we'll call it that, of the 1990 cult classic Frankenhooker. Personally, I, myself, have never sat down and watched this movie. I mean, I've seen clips and I've known of it, just never sat down and watched the whole thing, which is a completely different history, right, Smoke, you have with it? Like, how many times do you think you've seen this movie?
I don't know, about maybe 6.
6? Okay. Donnie, have you ever seen this?
Yes, I have watched this for the first time probably at least 20 years ago. At least 20.
But you haven't watched it recently. So
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
And Will, what about you? I know you watched it for this, right? But you hadn't seen it before?
Yeah, no, I'd never seen it before this.
Yeah. So we're going to have some different perspectives here. I've never seen it. Donnie has, but it's been a long time. Will just watched it, so it's the most fresh for him. And Smoke, did you watch it again recently?
Yeah,
okay.
I watched it.
So it's the most fresh for both of you guys. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, we won't do the usual things that we normally do. We'll kind of throw out some of that information as we're watching the movie. Before we get started, I'll go ahead and throw out the usual information. You can contact us on email if you want to send us any comments or, tell Will to go fuck himself. You can do that at allamericanspookshow@gmail.com. We have all the links to pretty much everything down in the show notes. There's a Linktree link that has the links to our YouTube page, all of our social networks, I believe, various places that you can get the podcast, and of course, we have our patreon.com/AA-spookshow page where you can become a patron of the show and watch the bonus episode, or we have video minisodes every Tuesday, Library of the Professor. We have bonus podcast up there, so lots of cool stuff over there, so we don't want you to miss a thing there. So all the links are on the Linktree link there, so you should be able to find everything very easily. So I guess what we'll do here, now there's various places you can pull up and watch, if you don't own a copy of Frankenhooker, which I guess, Smoke, you might be one of the, lucky few that has multiple copies, right?
This one, I think we only have it on DVD or Blu-ray but not VHS. I don't have this one on VHS.
Yeah.
Or CED or Laserdisc.
Yeah, CED. Well, if you're not one of the lucky ones like Smoke that has it on various formats or, owns that personal copy, it is streaming in various places. You can find it on AMC Plus, Shudder, Tubi TV, and on Plex. And I believe Tubi and Plex, you have to watch it with ads if I'm not mistaken. But if you have Shudder, which I would imagine most people that listen to this probably have access to Shudder.
Yeah.
So that's how we are going to watch it today. So if yours, if you're watching it and it's a little off on ours, I apologize. But, if you've got Shudder, I would pull it up on there so it can kind of be in sync with the way we're going to watch it, because I think the other ones have ads. But while we're watching this, we'll give you the random facts and some of the background information and all that shit, and some of the little lull moments, which I don't know how many lull moments there's going to be in this movie, but we'll find out together. So I guess pull it up on Shudder if you can. and I'll give you the old countdown, and then you're going to hit play at the same time we do, and then as we go along, we'll be commenting and giving you information. So if you've got it pulled up on Shudder, you can go ahead and get ready to hit the play button at 3, 2, 1, hit play. So of course ours is spinning a little bit here, but here we go. The Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hers present. I think they still use this same damn...
Yeah, the same trauma
yeah.
thing from the 80s.
Yeah, like they made this in 1981 and just keep fucking using it. Like, it could be a brand-ass new movie and they're still using that. Trauma. Jesus Christ.
From the Tower of Terror.
Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment. That sounds like something legitimate that lasted years and years. And we start with an eyeball. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Now, right away, you'll notice if you've seen Street Trash, this actor is in Street Trash, and
Oh,
John,
okay,
I
yeah.
can't remember his name. I can't remember. I can't pull up the actor's
James,
name right now.
crap. I've got his.
Yeah, we'll pull that up
Yeah.
during it, and we'll talk about who's in this. Yeah, he was the guy that was like the smart ass comedian
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
in Street Trash,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I don't want to give it a lobotomy. What's a fucking brain in a jar? What the?
James Lawrence.
James Lawrence, that's right.
James Lawrence. Okay.
Look at the hand. Just follow the hand. Come on. Got it. Follow my hand. We're in sync now. Now we're cooking. That's it. That's it. That's right.
What the fuck is this? Like this Krang. This is immediate too. It's like right into the movie. Like there's no setup whatsoever. Just trauma. Here's a fucking brain.
Now, this part I haven't looked up into. I'd forgotten that Troma had their hands in it in a way, but not directly. I think this is one of those where they just maybe distributed it after the fact. They weren't, like, producing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, because when I had looked that up, it was it came out June 1st, 1990 by Levens Henenlotter. That was the production company. And then it was distributed, like we just said, Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment. So yeah, they must have got a hold of it. Yeah,
Video
yeah.
distribution maybe or something.
Or they, what was that one movie we were talking about where they literally picked it out of a fire or some shit like that?
What was that? Yeah,
Some place had burned down and like they just go over and just like, oh, here it is, let's take it, and then that was just theirs.
Now it's funny, as you watch this movie, she's supposed to be heavyset.
Yeah. And
Who the lady? Okay, black top.
see
I would say blonde, but like every chick I see here is blonde. So
talking about diets and being fat and everything, and they didn't have anything on her face because they didn't have the budget, the money for the budget to make her look overweight or in the face. So they had like a fat suit on her, I believe, but it wasn't even that pronounced of a suit.
And they've got a belt on her to keep it on her.
Yeah.
now, is this what you're referring to is from the original script or something? How she was written?
No, just
Because like
watching the movie.
I saw that this was very loosely inspired by Mary Shelley's 1818 novel Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus. So very loosely, I would imagine, is the key.
Very loosely. Looser than
Yeah,
most
probably
any other.
modernized to today's struggles.
Looser than a Frankenhooker, you might say.
Oh.
Zing! Well, so far we have Krang like a fucking brain with an eyeball and this chick eating pretzels. So.
Right. And the eyeball has a camera in it, obviously.
Yeah.
As it would.
As one would come to expect.
Yeah.
It seems like I remember. I didn't look it up for this, but it seems like I remember this guy in Street Trash didn't really have a lot of credits,
No,
right?
no.
Like he hadn't been in.
No.
He wasn't in a lot of things.
And he didn't have, of course, a starring role in Street Trash. I mean, he popped up.
Yeah, he's just a small role,
Especially noticeable at the end whenever he was, they had him on the.
I thought he was good in that though.
guy.
His little,
Yeah,
the
he
little
was
parts he
hilarious.
had. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, we slightly covered. No, granted, I wasn't around for Street Trash, the original episode, but I believe we kind of covered a little bit about where Street trash kind of either started careers or ruined careers.
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of those kind of movies. It's like, well, this is pretty much the end of the road for this person. Fill in the blank.
Open them until I tell you. Close nice and tight. Okay. If you went Barbie something, I know.
Okay, now turn around real slowly. Okay, stop. Now open them.
What the hell is that? A lawnmower? Like
Lawnmower.
Giant industrial.
a 1982 lawnmower?
A nice lawnmower that has the safety grill lifted up.
No, okay.
For no reason.
No reason.
I'm
whatsoever.
sure there's a reason. There has to be a reason that we are about to find out very shortly.
What?
The only thing better than the grandma doing that would be like if she was holding up the little horn to her ear.
Like fucking Pete's Dragon with Passamaquoddy.
You fucking idiot!
Yeah, don't move or anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we should have seen more there, like just other than, oh no, it's coming toward you, watch out, and then blood on the gnome.
Yeah. I mean, you might have thought there would have been some body parts flying around.
Yeah, at least a fucking hand or something, you know.
I mean, it is Frank Henenlotter film after all.
And it is called Frankenhooker, so you you would think there'd be more than that, but whatever. I'm sure we'll see more later.
This opening scene too always kind of reminds me of a little bit of Reanimator, but Reanimator, they're animated things of like anatomy stuff flying around, and it's set to that basically the Psycho song. Remember in Reanimator?
Well, I can say at least already, like I like the credits, so there's that.
Josh is a connoisseur.
Yeah,
I'm a
mate.
connoisseur.
Almost. You can't do that on television.
If it's neon pink. So while we're going through even though the credits are cool, while we're going through them here, I'll go ahead and go through some of the background stuff. So it's also known as Frankenstein 90, and that was actually the fake working title of the movie. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, I guess for whatever reason they felt like they needed to fake people out with this deep plot that everyone was waiting for to see, but it did have another name. It was released, like I said, June 1st, 1990. It is rated R, total runtime of 1 hour and 25 minutes. So that's pretty much exactly how long this podcast will be, is 1 hour and 30 minutes. We'll give ourselves a few more minutes afterwards. On IMDb, it's listed as a comedy / horror / sci-fi. So already you can tell that's pretty appropriate. It was filmed in the New York City area and in parts of New Jersey. From June 19th through August 2nd of 1989 for a budget of $2.5 million. So this was about $1 million more than Leprechaun in the Hood from last week.
And we already saw something here related to.
Yeah.
I'll wait until I'm not going to take Donnie's Steel's Thunder, but there's a connection that we'll get to. In
The
the
connections from the
Definitely a
crypt.
connection, yes.
$2.5 million budget, worldwide gross $205,068. So yeah, I'd say they lost their ass off on that.
That's, it's unfortunate too.
Now it did play in the theaters. Now not very long and probably not a lot of screens, but that particular weekend that it came out, I couldn't find exactly what it made on its opening, but it couldn't have been much, right? $200,000. What the hell is that picture?
That's a picture of his dead girlfriend.
It looks like a picture of like her real picture is the head,
Yeah.
and then Rob Liefeld drew the rest of it.
Yeah. Franken titty.
The particular weekend that this came out, I'll run through the top 10 in the box office just for shits and giggles as we're watching this. Number 10, Joe versus the Volcano. 9,
I remember that shit.
9, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Number 8, The Hunt for Red October. Number 7, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
for a second. I love the fact that he adjusts the tilt of the picture so it tilts the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell's going on there?
Not straight. Just, Just adjust.
And
And
they
the
make
picture in the background is the same one that's on the the picture of her right there.
I love you.
And not just a peck.
Yeah, he just
He's
just
a little twisting. He's got
yeah. He's French kissing the picture, and yeah, I like the pale makeup on him.
He's been up like
Yeah,
nights
yeah,
and nights doing
yeah.
this.
They've made him desperate. Number 7 that week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, the first one. Number 6, Freebirds. Number 5, Cadillac Man. He just hides a VHS inside of a... What the fuck?
Like, not even well cut out.
What,
either.
y'all don't do that? Y'all don't hide y'all's VHS in the books?
Oh,
No,
I
never.
remember this VCR.
Number 4,
Top
Pretty...
loader.
Number 4, Pretty Woman. Number 3, Bird on a Wire. Number 2, Back to the Future Part 3. And number 1, in its first week, Total Recall.
All right, now right here.
3 boobs.
What began
This newscast, yeah.
Hoboken, New Jersey today. It was this power mower that brought a quick end to the life of 21-year-old bride-to-be Elizabeth Shelley.
Good Lord.
Through a mulcher, the girthful fiancé disappeared beneath the blades of the berserk mower.
Was
that
she wearing it?
Disappeared in the blades of the Berserk mower.
revelers. In a blaze of blood, bones,
Jesus Christ.
the vivacious young girl was
Count the
instantly reduced
bones.
to human salad.
She
Wait
was,
a
she was
minute.
instantly reduced to a tossed human salad. That's perfect reporting.
Wait
there.
a minute.
You don't need to get more empathetic than that.
Why is this the one thing that he records to watch over and over again?
Well, he's clearly fucking psychotic now.
Not like a home movie.
Yeah. Not like Christmas, last Christmas or something. Or
Yeah. Here's some special date we went on or something. No,
Yeah.
he's watching the whole fucking report again, with the blood still dripping off the damn.
Yeah, you don't see news reporting like that.
Well, now I'll say at least 3 of us have worked in news, and 2 of us still work in news. This wouldn't happen. Like none of this, it wouldn't happen this
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
yeah, like I said.
Oh,
they'd
yeah,
be a
Donnie,
bit
you've
more
worked in this for a bit.
empathetic towards
You guys
the
know
victims
more
of
than
the
I do.
family.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what happened to the head?
I don't know. I didn't see it. The last time I saw it, it was spinning through the air. Why don't you just leave people alone with their grief, huh?
Like we will on with that grief.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm grieving over here.
The whispers that were all around
Can't you fucking see, eh?
with the tragedy that befell a young woman than with the grisly souvenirs collected by a person or persons unknown.
That was awesome. The cop is counting them and like scratches his head like.
I feel so much better now.
Yeah, I had to watch that creepy tape that I keep in a book. I don't change my clothes.
Yeah, ma.
Sure, ma. I'm not crazy.
What you doing?
You've been watching it again.
Can't help it, Mom.
This is not healthy for you. It's not good for you.
Wait a minute. Is that the lady that was in
Yeah, she's been in something. Because I definitely.
Wait a minute. Give me a second.
The girl at the supermarket that I told you about.
Without looking for it. The Thanksgiving movie that we watched. Blood Rage?
Give her a call.
Was she the mom in
Yes.
Blood Rage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Blood rage.
Yeah. Except, a little few years
It's not right for you to
few years older and a little heavier, but that's her.
Elizabeth's dead. Life goes on. I mean, you've got to find yourself another girl.
There is no other girl.
That's what I'm working on, Mom. Can't you see that I'm trying?
Yeah.
Can't you see
It's
Franken
perfectly
tits?
natural.
Frankenstein 90.
Well, you don't find someone by hiding from the rest of the world or keeping yourself cooped up in here.
Smoke another one.
By the way, how many pictures of his girlfriend's dead head does he have in his room?
Those calls upset me, Mom.
It's over his shoulder. It's over her shoulder.
Well, I'm
It's on the
assuming,
table.
without knowing what's coming next, he's got the head,
I don't know what
right?
you're talking about?
So he's got
did you figure?
various angles of the head. I just realized what you were doing.
Yes.
Oh my god! I think I just saw the pole sticking out from the back of the
From the brain.
from the
Frank.
brain.
Probably. You probably look close enough, you'll see some dude in a hat, like wearing a hat backwards back there, like working the puppet. She's really accepting of that floating brain.
And a picture of his dead girlfriend's head on a sketch naked body.
Yeah.
Oh,
Understatement
now
of the
you're
century.
worried.
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, she doesn't really have a good track record with kids, you know.
Like my reasoning is all twisted and distorted, you know? I seem to be disassociating myself from reality more and more each day. I'm antisocial. I'm becoming dangerously amoral. I've lost the ability to distinguish between right from wrong, good from bad. I'm scared. I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm plunging headfirst into some kind of black void of sheer, utter madness.
So he's experiencing a fit of self-actualization.
Yeah. How did I know she was going to do that?
Do you want a sandwich?
I was going to be like,
You want a bowl of pasta?
I knew she was just going to offer him food.
For a crazy person, he really has a good grasp on his feelings.
Right?
Exactly what
He
the
is-
hell's wrong with
he
him.
has-
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay,
You see
yeah,
what the other thing
pasta.
is wrong
You're
with him, his
right.
mom, right?
Yeah.
You want a sandwich?
Pasta. Yeah, sandwich. Yeah. Good night, sweet boy. Let me show you my gunch.
Now I'm going to go fuck up my other kids in blood rage. She's just a terrible parent in all movies. The fuck was that? It sounded like a plane was landing or something.
Yeah,
They live in a cheap neighborhood.
you know,
Looks like a nice house, I guess.
the burbs.
Except for that rusted out bumper car there.
It makes everything more realistic.
What is that property of New Jersey Electric?
Yeah, that's where he
Is there a
works.
company just called New Jersey Electric? Like that?
Yeah, it's the only electric company in New Jersey.
That sounds fake. I got to be honest with you.
Legit.
Oh,
It's the spaces
also,
they left off the Monopoly board.
You saw the size of the garage just now, right?
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on that for the rest of the movie.
It already looks a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And it just keeps panning too.
He's got the Hellraiser chains there hanging from the
The
ceiling.
Hellraiser chance.
Turbine fan. That's...
Jesus wept.
Now my question is, he's
Spark
hiding.
plug, too.
It's the biggest spark plug on Earth.
Well, what the fuck?
He's like trying to be all like inconspicuous bringing this in, yet he's got an enormous turbine in there.
There's the big switch. I just saw the big switch he's going to hit.
How are you feeling?
Swimming around in that Krang juice.
Sorry I'm late. I was talking with Mom. How she yaps. Do you feel like having Italian tonight? Radiant tonight, Elizabeth. Those baths are doing you a world of good. You've got such a healthy glow now. You look luminous. Magnificent.
You look luminous. Very pretty.
Here's to you, to us, to new beginnings.
Gah.
There we go. Nice and slow. That's very good. That's it. That's it.
Please tell me it poured. Yeah, there we go.
Nice and
Yeah. Pours right out the neck.
very neat. I like that Beaujolais, don't you? Got big news, honey, and it's the reason for the celebration tonight.
Open your mouth.
Boneheaded
I got this part in street trash, you see.
Everything goes as planned, and it should. It'll be a whole new look for you.
I had to get dressed up for this greasy slice of cheese pizza.
This nasty ass cheese pizza. Pizza. What?
God damn.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Style, huh? Okay.
Hey, who the fuck knows, eh?
We're still going.
What do I know?
Yourself and his body kneeling on Ma's couch in the basement. How about the crawling cat, eh?
Crawling cat.
What?
A visit to the sweet shop.
What's he doing here? Like, he's just showing, like, these are bodies I can make you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get her opinion on him.
Well,
But enough excitement. How about a little dessert?
I'm going to throw you in the beet juice cooler.
Something I wrote for you.
Mm.
A poem. Warning. Contents under pressure. By Jeffrey Franken.
Yeah.
My heart is packed, so full of love for you, that I dreamed I exploded, like aerosol cans sometimes do.
What?
I blew with such force that my bones became shrapnel and leveled the town, except the small chapel. My teeth flew like bullets.
Why?
I didn't know what was happening. They killed everyone in sight, except for the chaplain. And then, thanks to him, we were happily wed. Even though at the time, I think we were both dead.
You think he blew dry her hair before he put her on the table?
No, not at all.
He's just putting the head back in the beet juice. I think it just dries as soon as he pulls it out. Like, it's just dry.
1 second.
Keep
I
this letter
forgot
with
you.
babe.
You need to keep this poem.
Yeah. Sleep with the fishes, bitch.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, baby.
So,
I just saw the cigarette
cigarette
burn. Yeah. Real change and boom.
600 volts more, otherwise there's going to be spider veins or I'm going to get stuck with a chicken leg. No, I'm going too far now. I'm nitpicking. I got to have more wattage, otherwise I'm not going to be happy. I can't.
You think there's any real math or anything on that paper? Like,
I'm sure it means something to somebody. Not
they
us.
just put angles and drawings of circuits
Some
and
resistors and things
Yeah.
on it, some numbers.
Bring you back, Elizabeth, you know. In order for you to
This dude in the bodies with pictures of his girlfriend on.
place, you know. I mean, somebody has to die.
Wait till you open the trunk of my car.
did you keep that poem? I wrote you, eh?
Getting a cluster headache.
If only there was a way to relieve the pain.
Looks from side to side.
That
What the fuck?
is, I'm pretty sure, isn't that Spingul? Is that Spinguli?
Not
Or the other-
Svengoolie.
or the other,
You mean the original Svengoolie, or
not, no, Zachary. That's it.
Zachary.
That's Zachary. He's
Yeah.
a horror host. He also did the voice for Elmer in Frank Henenlotter's Brain Damage.
Ah.
We haven't done that on the show.
Yeah.
yet.
I gotta find her fresh parts in 2 days.
Now I have seen Basket Case, and yes, we definitely need to get to that.
Relax.
Oh yeah.
The key to this whole thing is relaxation. Relax, calm down, and relax.
I didn't even realize there was a Basket Case 2 and 3.
Gotta get radical here.
I didn't even.
Is there?
Huh?
There is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even. I
Later.
had no idea.
Only seen the first one.
Yeah.
He did it after these movies, after Frankenhooker. I think that was his last 2 films. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. There were the last two, if they weren't the last two. Bunch of drill bits and a
You know,
bowling
I
ball.
will say this. If you have ever burned a bowling ball in a bonfire, it's one of the most amazing things you will ever see, sober, drunk, high, whatever state you're in. It's amazing.
I would never think to do it, but
Yeah. It's
so on episode 200 of the
gonna
Spook
burn
Show, we're gonna burn a bowling ball.
Is it more amazing than getting rid of your cluster headaches in a certain way?
certainly not. No. It's like, honestly, it's just
507. No, 21 now. 22.
it's definitely a memorable experience.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, I gotta get some stewardesses. Take the Van Expressway out to Kennedy.
I think I found your problem.
Clarity.
The luggage store. You gotta follow me and get off the plane. I'm in the back of a van.
Gotta watch Wapner. Gotta watch Wapner. Fruit of the Loom.
No blood.
No blood.
Yeah, what?
Just clarity. That's all.
Yeah, how stupid they are. Okay. All right, let me try this again now. I'm gonna come up with something.
Now the funny thing before this, he looked at a brain and pinpointed where he was going to stick it in, but he second guessed himself like 5 times. It seems like you would have this figured out before you did it.
Okay.
It's not kind of like cutting a board or drilling something in the board. You're like, oh shit, I did. You know, it's 2 centimeters off. Maybe I should have measured it first.
It's so simple.
By the way, different room, same picture of the girl's head in the background.
My female body parts. There's a place across the river.
It all makes sense now, thanks to the drill.
No questions asked. Of course, with the right amount of cash. I do have my Christmas club account.
Passageway to
Times
Paris.
Square.
Continental Airlines.
This is very
Dwight Schrute.
This is like a smorgasbord.
That car is a piece of shit, no doubt.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Sam Raimi's Evil Dead car that he had in every movie just about.
Yeah.
Now this is a little lopsided though. She's not gonna work out.
Are they really that far away where you need binoculars?
Yeah. You need to make it overly obvious that you're looking at them. So,
Okay, this is it. I've got it now. Oh, this is the block, huh? Okay. Right behind. Nice and easy now. Okay.
here we go. Glavin.
I think at this point he doesn't need to pull over anymore.
Just wank it.
Miller High Life. There's the pimp.
Yeah.
You look great. I'm not used to seeing that.
You're a Jersey boy, ain't you?
Yeah, Jersey. I'm right over the bridge. To the left.
Well, you just take a couple deep breaths and relax. Tell me what you want.
I'm looking for a couple of girls. That have the right, nice parts. I'm looking for a lot of good parts.
How are these parts?
I got them in all the right places.
You got them all right. You're right. You're right.
You got money?
Money? Yeah. I got some.
By the way, this view will cost you $5.
Whoa, now you're talking. Look, you Jersey boys, hold on, wait a minute, I'm not ready yet. Well, let me get you ready. Now, in front of everybody.
But I'm not ready. I need a few more girls.
How many more?
I don't know.
You, Amber, come over here.
Does that work? Has anybody tried to whistle like that? Can you guys whistle like that?
No, I
with
cannot
that.
whistle like that. No.
I can whistle,
I've
but
tried,
not
but I
with
haven't been
the
able to-
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no. The answer is just no.
What's all the fuss? Jersey boy here needs a twosome.
No. Jersey boy doesn't want that. Look, I want to throw a party for my brother. He's sick. I'm going to need about 6 or 7 of the most beautiful girls you got on this block, yourselves included. See, I want to have sort of like a beauty contest for him.
Oh, and you get the winner, right?
Well, I'll make a new woman of her.
Fatal question.
Mm-hmm.
Money's not a problem.
I'm going to cut their bodies up and use them for science. What?
You better check it out with Zara first. Zara.
The gay blade? No.
Zara.
The gay blade. Yep. That one. I'll be living in a box.
Living in a
I believe it.
cardboard box. I'm living it.
Ugh. God.
I've had 4 kids. Lay off.
Yeah. What of it? While she's gathering up hookers, I figured this would be a good place to read this little bit that I found. Frankenhooker's initial release was delayed because of difficulty obtaining an R rating from the MPAA. The director recalled that one representative of the ratings body actually said in a phone call to the production company's secretary, "Congratulations, you're the first film to be rated S." And she said, "S for sex?" And they said, "No, S for shit."
And they actually wanted to put that on the. I think Frank Henenlotter said something about wanting to put that on the post. Use that.
Rated S for shit.
You know, the first movie rated S for shit. And all the hookers are marked by Zorro's Z.
Oh, there you go.
And I know this guy was in another Frank Henenlotter movie. He's also in Brain Damage.
What?
What the fuck?
Paranoid pricks
Okay, it
room.
wouldn't shut, so let's swing back open. Nope, let's shut it again. There it is again.
Please do not doze off in stalls.
Ironically, that is your garage door there.
See, there's Zorro. He was in
Rick
Brain
Rude.
Damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The guy that plays Zorro. I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah.
Big ass glasses. Zorro.
Frank Henenlotter was one of those directors who liked to use a lot of the actors again and over the course of a bunch of his movies.
Here, just boy.
What do you do?
So he'll fix you up. Get you everything you need. See you later, guys.
Last diet.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of folks on it these parts.
Are you telling me you're holding a party, you need a lot of girls?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Follow me to my office.
You think he's Italian, Zorro?
What kind of bathroom is this?
The best to look at, the best for fun. You minutes making any thousands of dollars.
I kill you.
First you get paid.
Why did he have to take him across the room to tell him this? Like,
This corner of the room.
yeah.
To the red lighting.
Let me take you to my office. Yeah. Let me take you to my office, and it's just across the way.
One of these.
Yeah, apparently they found that guy Zorro in a gym. Obviously. I don't know.
You mean the casting? They just
Yeah.
casted him by seeing him in the gym? I can believe that.
Because they no longer have any other choice. I am talking about human beings who need protection.
And you honestly believe that legalizing prostitution is going to somehow magically make all of these problems disappear?
Well, it's a start.
Once we get to pretty much any other Frank Henenlotter movie, Donnie will have his connections from the crypt
Yes.
very easily made because that lady who's on that show right now was also in Basket Case.
This crack shit's killing them.
I have a feeling it's not going to be like, can we find any?
Super crack.
Can we find any connections? Is how many connections do we leave out of this? Because there's too many connections.
The name of your organization is Hooker, isn't it?
It's called Hold On to Our Knowledge of Equal Rights.
Hooker.
You get a hint of what it's like on the street.
Roll it, Lou. What's the money? Where's the money, bitch? Where is it? Huh? Where's the money? Where's the money? Huh? Where is it? Huh? Where is it? Huh? Where is it? Where's the money? Huh? Where's the money? Huh?
This feels like it's going on forever.
Yeah,
It's
it's
because it is.
yeah.
Yep.
Just remember, I drilled holes in my head.
Take it easy. Don't flip out. Don't flip out. Just relax. You gotta do the drill. You do the drill and you're gonna feel much better.
Ah, man, there's the drill
There we
again.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Time to hit old number 22 back here again.
Yellow lighting.
And there you go.
That's really a sharp drill.
You'd think there'd be at least a trickle of blood, you know, at least.
Not at all.
Or the fact that it bends as he's sticking it in.
I'm not committing murder. I'm not killing anybody. The crack is what's going to kill him. Hell, it's
The super crack.
It's super crack.
I'm just speeding up the process, that's all. I'm not shooting anyone. I'm not stabbing anyone. I'm merely going to place a lethal form of crack in their presence. They don't have to take it. Nobody has a gun to their head. If they don't want to do it, they can just say no.
Huh?
Say no.
Say no to drugs, huh?
Dare to keep hookers off crack. Super crack.
But crack is placed on the
Oh, it's blah, 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 knowledge of equal rights, whatever hooker stood for.
Insert the hose into an open-air cage.
What is this, like? That's like that air pump they use in like every other Three Stooges episode, like the...
Freaking fireplace billows.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. Like you said, it's an open-air cage, so obviously he's going to get high off of it. By the way,
Yeah.
you notice his laboratory? There were fumes going everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. Actually, this is all just one big fever dream.
Laboratory is
super
a,
crack fever dream.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just a one-car garage that is big as shit.
Now, take a nice, deep breath.
What?
What the fuck?
This could get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly.
I love the fact that when it blew up, it wasn't bits
No,
and pieces.
Yeah, no blood or anything. It's
And
just
there was
fur.
fur everywhere.
Just four pieces of fur.
They're just separated.
Hey, Jersey boy.
Perfectly into each corner.
Yeah.
Hey,
As if it might have been on a string that got pulled four different
come
ways
here
or
to
something.
my
Don't know what you're
floppy
talking
about. Yeah, I
tits.
All set?
All set.
Hey girls, let's not. This here's Jersey Boy. Dr. Jersey Boy. But you can call him Jeffrey. Jeffrey. This is Angel.
Hi.
Krista.
He looks a little bit like Jeffrey Dahmer with his glasses on.
Titties. Titties 2. Titties 3.
Sugar and Mo.
Titties the revenge.
We'll tell you all about Jeffrey. It's a big party
Titty
and
6. Electric Boogaloo.
Now, if Jeffrey wants anything more than that, you gotta let me know. Because Jeffrey is a good personal friend of Zorro's. And he's getting a special rate.
Zorro.
Understood? Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Okay, Doc. How do you want to work this?
Well, let's start with the legs, shall we? Oh, right. This is... Oh, excellent. This is a perfect 18 in diameter.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is unfortunate and so crude.
Honey, you ain't seen nothing but you see the one on my groin.
What? Hmm.
Magnify.
Awesome.
A nipple.
Utterly awesome. Nice buoyancy.
Utterly
Emphasis
awesome.
on
Buoyancy.
utter.
Boy, it's
Yeah, yeah.
utter.
Utterly awesome.
Want to take my temperature, Doc? I bet you got a big thermometer.
Oh, Jesus.
Whore jokes.
Land is almost perfect.
Be yours if you want him, Doc.
If I divide by pi,
That, you would come to no conclusion. That makes no sense.
reminds me of St. Louis Arch.
The St. Louis Arch.
Excellent. It's fine. Very good. Oh, very nice. These look good. Clean shaven, too. Very nice. Ah, these very nice. I like these very much. We'll need some more voltage to get this to work. Hey, Zorro, what's up?
Just waiting for my bitches. They should be down.
Just
Just waiting for
Fucking-
my bitch.
Fucking muscle-bound Freddie Mercury walks.
Just waiting for my bitches.
Look, Zoro said
You know how it is, Fred.
but you gotta pick.
Waiting around for the bitches.
I can't.
You got to drill.
I can't.
Need to hit on number 22 here.
Sorry, you're all very nice. You've been very nice, but I can't do it. I can't go through with this. I'm not even sure that this would work. Oh, God, Elizabeth.
What the hell is he talking about?
And who the fuck is Elizabeth?
Are we getting paid?
Listen, Jersey boy, you got some money.
Money, huh? You're talking about money? I'm talking about human life. You want money? Here. Here you go. Here, take the goddamn money.
Yep, that's what we want.
Don't you see
Yeah,
what I'm trying to
we're
do?
whores, so that's what we're here for.
What do you think's been going on here? Yeah, everybody, play with the money. Play with the dirty money.
Don't
What
give
else
a
is in
shit.
here?
Holy shit, what's this? Holy shit,
Super crack. Super crack.
holy shit,
There's drugs.
Put that back. That's supposed to be for the winner.
girls, the party ain't over yet.
Jesus.
Give us the
If I,
drugs.
if I had a nickel for every time I've seen whores fighting over a bag of super crack, I'd have a nickel.
Have a nickel.
Because this will be the first time.
Yeah.
We have super crack.
It's fucking, it just turned into Thunderdome up there.
Waiting on the whores.
All these women with barely any clothes found their crack pipes really quick.
Yeah. Where do you think they keep the crack pipes?
You think they hid them?
Yeah.
at? Cooch Caverns.
Look at this rock. Meanwhile, that that's just like rock candy or something, like
Something.
It's quartz.
yeah.
Yeah, we need music. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And it's the worst music possible.
I turned it over to the generic 80s radio station.
Oh my god.
Electric drums. No guitars.
No.
God, how many times have I went to a super crack party and everybody started getting naked?
I'd have 10 cents.
Oh my god.
I don't know if this fully encapsulates what this amount of crack would really do to these people. It's-
Definitely not.
yeah.
Definitely not.
What the?
Oh yeah. Titty jumps.
What the hell, man?
Yeah. Titty twitches.
Would this be considered gratuitous nudity?
Well,
No.
it's Frank Henenlotter
I
after all.
don't know. Is this really the episode we want morbidly beautiful to do?
Yes, this is it. That's right. Joining the Morbidly Beautiful Podcasting Network. I'm sure they're all fans of Frankenhooker, so we'll just leave it at that.
Fuck it.
Cigarette burn. There you go.
Yep.
Look at this fucking deviant behind the counter over there.
And here it is again.
She's gone on too long.
You break the handle too.
Ay, ay, ay.
There he goes again, his leopard print pants.
Oh, sad titties.
She's gonna blow!
What? What the hell? I told you that's super crack. Good Lord. God almighty!
Oh my god. The flying leg.
She sucked sparks out of her crotch.
Somebody tell me this has been presented in 3D somewhere.
You know what? This is going to be in the Library of Congress.
Yeah, it already is.
What's up with my bitches?
Fucking Rick Steiner.
A sweaty motherfucker.
I swear I just exploded like 13 seconds ago.
Oh, she's going to open the door right when she explodes. Oh, no, she never opened it. That's clearly just a mannequin that...
Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That wasn't a real person. Come on.
That's, you know what, Josh? That's what you get for being a hooker.
Yeah, well.
No.
Well, it's from so much crack they got dried out.
Yeah. What happened to her eyes? Like, it was normal when she blew up, and all of a sudden her eyes got bigger as she's flying through the air.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Who's never seen
I've never
this?
fucking seen it. Yeah, that should tell you something right there.
Back together, I promise you. Well, first I gotta put Elizabeth back together because that's...
Stay in school, kids. Don't end up on the streets and don't do super crack.
Yeah.
Say no.
That's really the message we wanted to bring home today is don't do super crack. I forget, where the hell did he get the super crack from? Like,
He made it.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
So he was Walter
He got
White
it from
before.
Zorro. Yeah, he got it from Zorro and then made it in his
Okay,
lab.
okay. Oh, that was the gerbil gas or whatever he popped. Okay.
We're gonna get another shoe. Chinese girl.
Just parts from everywhere.
No clothes. Just relax. This is well done.
Well done. Where did the what happened to Zorro there? Did he?
Got knocked out, he's on the floor.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure that's going to come back at some point in the film, right?
Now he's collected all of these pieces very carefully. You know, he wants the pieces that he wants.
Mm.
Now he's got to get him down the stairwell safely and soundly.
I'm sure he's going to be careful about. Okay, all right. Well, no. It sounds like he just put like the leftover beer cans in there with the body parts too. But yeah, that'll work. Here's the legs and torsos and everything I needed. Just toss it down a fire escape.
And here's the lamp from
Yeah, from Christmas Story.
Yeah. So
You
this.
could have just put a shade on it and he wouldn't, nobody even knows.
So that's really what this is an origin story of that lamp from Christmas Story.
Little known fact.
And then he drove home with body parts in the back of his car with his trunk open.
Well, it was New York, so New York in 1990, so I guess I didn't notice much of it.
Imagine right now how many pounds of flesh that dude has
Oh
in
yeah,
his
yeah.
bags.
And meanwhile, he's just carrying it like it's the recyclables. Like,
He's carrying it like it was a bag of latex or something. I
Gotta work fast. Not usable.
All the body parts are flopping around because they're all made out of rubber.
yeah, this'll work.
Damn it, I wasn't paying attention. I gave her two left hands.
He's using like Gorilla Glue to put the parts together.
And also welding them.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's a platter of boobs.
I believe those are called fillets.
Yeah. Filet o titty.
It's the right or left one.
And does it matter? I mean, really. Does...
Where are they? Where are the perfect ones?
Yeah, like everything you see here, there's no way it fit in those garbage bags that he tossed down the fire escape.
How would that get in there?
Meanwhile, it was the two that he grabbed up first.
Yeah. These are perfect.
Oh my God. Bunions!
The storm's coming any minute.
Yeah, or you
But
could
I'm
just
worried about these bunions.
Yeah, you could just wait until after the procedure to do that.
Now, just one final detail.
The penis. Well, I mean,
That's Frankenweenie.
yeah, that's the sequel to Frankenhooker, Frankenweenie. Beautiful, beautiful.
This is it, Elizabeth. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Open your mouth.
Why did he take the other heads? I mean,
I don't know.
Give me a couple of
he wouldn't need those,
And why
right?
is her hair dry?
I'm gonna save this stuff I'll never use.
That one looked like Lucy from Charlie Brown.
Go. Big body stew.
I don't know why you would need to save any of these.
No, I mean,
Just relax.
I guess in case the other parts reject or something, you need to replace them.
I guess.
Or you can make another Frankenhooker out of these parts. While he's putting these together, I'm going to read this other thing that I found. Bill Murray was quoted as saying, if you see one movie this year, it should be Frankenhooker. Henenlotter said that Bill Murray had been editing his film Quick Change and hung out with the Frankenhooker crew. After Murray expressed interest in their film, the distributor attempted to get an endorsement from him. Embarrassed that they would abuse Murray's friendliness, Henenlotter attempted to avoid Bill Murray. When they eventually ran into each other, Henenlotter apologized and explained that he was not responsible. Satisfied with the explanation, Bill Murray volunteered a quote. So that was the quote. If you see one movie this year, make it Frankenhooker.
I'll have you back with me. And I'll never let anything ever hurt you again, I promise. For as
Now
long
make
as
out.
I live,
And there comes. Yeah, there we go.
Go get.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, it's all right. No harm done. Everything's okay. No blood. Nothing's broken.
Because there's none to be.
Because there hasn't been any in this movie up to this point, really, other than the initial scene. That's the fastest storm clouds that you've ever seen. And lightning is just striking everything.
Yeah.
But I have time to do stitches
Yeah.
for the entire body. From head to toe.
And take the bunions off the feet. This
We're
is
storming in 100 years. Opening the roof, there's no rain.
just a fucking crazy lightning storm in New York. This is really as close to Frankenstein as this movie has come. Just this scene right here. This is it.
Ah, that's what the turbine's for.
Mm-hmm. There's the big switch.
Yeah.
You have to have an oversized switch if you're ever Frankensteining something.
You felt like he would have said something more than good luck there.
Hey, good luck there, Elizabeth.
There you go.
I love you. Godspeed.
Nice lips.
I don't think any of that's real. It looks dubbed in. Just saying. Yeah, she's up there, all right. There's the lightning.
This is not, it's pretty much unnoticeable up here. You might happen to be seeing that. I wouldn't wonder anything at all about what's going on.
You're right, that is a tiny garage. Oh, all those body parts that he saved for some reason?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's just a freezer that got struck by lightning.
Yeah, okay. Normal. Won't come back to haunt anyone.
Nope. She's coming back down standing up.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got perfect balance.
Elizabeth?
What?
Elizabeth?
Want a date? Going out? Looking for some action? Need some company?
No, wait.
All right, now, why would she instantly have the attributes of hookers?
Especially when the brain was hers.
Yeah, like, you know. I could understand it if he took a hooker's head and put it on her body, but it's vice versa.
Yeah, I don't know.
The memory is in the body parts.
And them bolt-ons there.
I've been living in a box. I've been living in a cardboard box. Why the lead shoes?
Yeah.
You just come back to life, I'm going to make it very hard to walk.
Jesus.
What?
I mean, look, man, everybody's looking for a job, but this makes me embarrassed for her.
Now, her is former Penthouse pet, Patty Mullen. That's who plays the title role there of Elizabeth or Frankenhooker.
Which she is where now?
You got me.
Somewhere in New York.
Probably nowhere. Yeah.
Looking for a date.
She was born in New Jersey, so she's probably still hanging around there. Because really, this was about all for her. Like,
I wonder why.
Well, other than Penthouse stuff and all that kind of stuff. She was in the movie Doom Asylum in '87.
Yes.
One episode of The Equalizer, that old TV series in the '80s. And then Frankenhooker, and then apparently she's in pre-production of another movie called Strange Toys. She's going to play a voice of a character called Daisy Doll. That's it for her. So this was pretty much it.
Where are you?
But there is Penthouse, so, you know, there's that.
You know,
What was the uranium on the thing on the Looney Tunes? Uranium P-38 space modulator. There was a uranium 238.
Yeah,
there.
Marvin the Martians.
Yeah, Marvin the Martian.
Uranium
238 space modulator.
Modulator.
Wait a minute. You're not gonna go back there! Elizabeth!
Straight back to the hooking.
oh, big wheel. They passed the big wheel. You should get in the big wheel.
It's probably nicer than his car.
Yeah. Big wheels. Better than that piece of shit. Is it not the same? No, okay, yeah, it's not the same as Jeff Lebowski's.
Passageway to Paris, Continental
Wait,
Airlines.
the Jeff Lebowski?
Yeah, the big Lebowski.
I remember. See, I think this was a guerrilla style filmmaking shot right here. I mean, that guy was not obviously the people she's interacting with are actors, but I think they just shot this guerrilla style on the streets of New York, and nobody walking by really notices anything.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't fucking weird to see. There's another 80s movie trope for you. The group of Asian guys.
Cameras.
Yeah, they just walk up and they're just taking pictures and then
Asian tourists.
yeah.
Random. Of course, it's in front of the Fuji film.
A few minutes left before we hit the streets. Have you found your perfect woman yet?
Oh, yes. Yes, take me, yes.
No, take me.
Sal Rosen.
What'd I say? The slutty arms?
Sal Rosen. I have all of my shoes and my glasses with me. So I have them.
Take me. I can't believe. I'm pretty sure the name of this place was. The name of the place was Slutty Arms. I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
Slutty arms, is it?
Yeah, I think it's what it said. The Slutty Arms.
Isn't it funny in this shot you can barely tell like her face is painted at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably only had so much budget for the face paint, and they didn't keep applying it. You know.
Yeah. Wasn't a. Yeah,
that guy was in the 80s. He was in Miracle Whip commercials.
I think to keep enjoying this movie, I'm gonna have to have an adult beverage.
Yeah, good point.
There we go.
Let's make that 2 and 3.
Well, I gotta get mine.
There you go.
This year's Jersey boy.
Oh my God.
Dr. Jersey boy. But you can call him Jeffrey.
You want to play doctor?
Let's play doctor.
Something tells me he's done this a time or two before.
Yeah. It's the penguin. All right, yep. She just popped her top off and she's got purple tits. Scientifically speaking, that's probably one of the more correct things of the situation, right? When it looks like he's about to have a heart attack. He's all red. She still got the check mark on her ass.
Don't be selfish, lover. Hold him still. Give it here. Oh, heaven.
It's sort of hot in here.
What the fuck? What?
So pleasant, dear.
Oh.
Good Lord. I've been living in a box.
Yeah, I got this thing. I love movies that are set in New York during, Times Square and 42nd Street during this time period. Although this is close to the end for 42nd Street.
Yeah.
Wasn't too many more years after this.
Yeah, matter of fact, look at the sign. Sweep up New York. This,
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably around the time they were cleaning it up.
Yep.
Tall, attractive girl. She's got a sexy purple outfit on. She's got a scar on her neck. She's very sick.
Hey, won't you take a flying fuck, eh?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Here's Rutger Hauer over here.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman, out summer of 1989.
This guy's not obviously Rutger Hauer, but a lot of people thought it was.
Yeah, well, it definitely looks like him.
Yeah, definitely.
One of Will's personal favorite actors, Rutger Hauer. Since he loved The Hitcher so much.
That dude, it looked like he looked at the
What are you,
camera
some
and
kind
smiled.
of Nope.
Cigarette burn. Yeah, there we go. Real change. Now, can anybody explain what the fuck just happened? So, like, she's got hooker body parts, and so that just means she has to be a hooker now.
Yeah.
and she had sex with a John.
And the
she-
super crack apparently
and she
goes
blew him
through
up.
the, you know,
It's
production-
weird
it
seeing
comes out
those,
through the
I mean, today.
vaginal system.
Yes.
It's weird seeing those $20 bills.
Yeah, so that's what you take from that is the
Yeah,
the old
sorry.
$20 bill.
It's just like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Actually, I'm not too fond of organized sports.
Of course, it's the Brooklyn Brawler from Dirty Dirty.
What was it, Duke the Dumpster Drosy or some shit? Come here, you hooker. Uh-oh.
What the?
Oh.
Like Ernest Scared Stupid.
Good Lord. What's her motivation, though? Like, she just lives to explode guys now? Like,
Yeah.
She's a master exploder.
yeah.
I know I can.
No, I'm looking for a tall purple girl. She's got a black forearm and fresh stitches.
We got handcuffs, whips, enemas, dildos.
Dildos.
What?
Did she say
Dildos?
dildos?
Oh, dildos.
Got dildos.
Dildos.
It's a C in a circle.
That's what it's not, those girls. They're all gone. They're dead.
No, they're not. They're coming back. They're gonna be back in a couple of
What do you know
weeks.
about this? What do you fucking know about this? What do you dress like that for, man?
The right thing.
Did you do the fucking right thing? That's the question. Did you do the right thing? Huh?
We're going to the hospital.
What is the right thing?
I'll put you in a fucking emergency room. What are you, a fucking sick son of a bitch?
I don't think he would do anything to anybody because he could have just beat his ass right there and
Yeah.
didn't.
Jersey boy here wants a twosome. Holy, need some company. Going out. Want a date? Party. Got any money?
Huevos,
Huevos.
huevos grande.
Fucking exploded. 1 minute in my bitches, the next piece is all
What? It just
The
means big
same-
eggs. I thought.
The same
No?
woman in the background is still dancing.
Yeah, old fucking Flower Patch titties.
That tells you that they, that tells you that they shot this all in one day, huh?
Yeah, right. Oh, God.
Or at least when they had that. Can you imagine eating one of those pretzels out of that bowl?
It's like mother-in-law tits. God damn. Awful.
A whole shitload of junk.
You on that good shit, lady.
I'm gonna get sick and tired of this shit. You got one of your punks win.
And tell them Large Marge sent ya.
It's like Mama Fratelli.
What?
I don't know.
Pretzels.
Bowl of noodles. Oh, yeah, pretzels.
Frankenhooker, brought to you by Rolled Gold Pretzels.
Why did her voice change then?
Yeah.
Hey, babe, for your own good, go easy on those pretzels.
Fuck you.
Lay off
Give
me,
me
I'm
a
starving.
keg of beer.
So I would most surely remember.
Are you gonna take my temperature, Doc? I bet you got a big thermometer.
Oh, baby, I just wasn't one of those that you want.
Hey, girls, listen up. This
God,
is
what a
Jersey
pile
boy,
of
Dr.
shit.
Jersey boy, but you can call him Jeffrey. Zorro told you all about Jeffrey. It's his party, and he wants to play doctor.
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby. There's way too many freaks in this joint. How's about if you and I just skip out to someplace a little more intimate?
Look, Zorro said you had 30 minutes with the guy you picked, but you gotta pick, because the rest of us gotta go.
Whatever, babe. Look, why don't you and I, we could just sit right over here.
Are we getting paid?
That sounds like the words my hose would say.
Yeah.
Rick-a-rood.
Vin Diesel if he had hair and a mustache.
Oh, baby. It's not right. A woman like you, young, beautiful, unprotected, all alone in a city like this. The sharks all around. Somebody like you can protect you. Somebody who understands your needs.
Honey, in case you ain't noticed, I not only got all the right parts, but I got them in all the right places.
I know this. Oh, I know this. Oh, I know this.
Uh-oh.
The revenge of the electric ovaries.
What? Who's this fucking dude?
I think it was,
The smoke.
Yep.
What the?
Anyone got a snack?
Good Lord. Oh, oh, good God.
And abominations of the earth, all shown to thee the judgment of the great whore, the woman arrayed in purple and scarlet. Kings of the earth have committed fornications and lived deliciously with her.
Yep.
They shall wail and lament when they
I
see
like-
the smoke of her burning. So you've seen
Yes.
she's in the
So you've seen her.
Huh?
How come you don't mock me in Jersey Boy? This ain't your time.
Fucking muscle-bound Edwards James Olmos.
One of my bitches are. Who the fuck are you?
Huh? Good God. See
I fucking
see your
forgot
tongue?
about this.
See your tongue stick out? Well, there it is.
Just a dangling.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
That's a pretty good effect, though.
It is.
Like with her head hanging off and still her eyes and mouth are moving. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's pretty good. Problem is they're staying on it too long, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a good effect. You need to on and off
Away.
quick, man. You start finding all the flaws.
I didn't bring you back to have you hang out in a joint like this. Come on, we're going home. Let's go.
It's Paul Sorvino.
Bring your hook ahead.
Yeah, I told you. I told you.
Don't go to Camp Blood.
Crazy Ralph. I'll give you my bottom teeth. All right, we get it, buddy. Hey.
Follow that car.
God, Elizabeth. I didn't want things to turn out this way. I didn't want you to turn out this way.
By the way, he did nothing there. Like, he just got pliers on the little
Yeah,
bolt and then
you
just
know.
taps the little metal things and science.
Weird science, you might say.
Yeah.
Weird science.
We're just missing Turd Chet to really spruce this thing up.
He's about to walk in.
You stewed buttwad.
Oh man. Which I'm sure we'll get to on Carl.
Yeah, once again, yeah. That's definitely got to be on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it look like he's got a pee right now?
Double up.
That was me about 30 minutes ago.
Elizabeth, I know you're not a hooker.
Bullshit.
I know you're not a hooker.
You're not.
Of course.
Just your legs, your feet, your arms, your your torso. Everything is a hooker except your head.
Elizabeth, is that you?
What are we doing here? What happened to Mom and Dad and the party?
Yeah, about that.
You got great tits. You got great legs.
I made a few
wait
upgrades.
a second.
Worse.
Dead?
Brought you back, Elizabeth. Brought you back to life.
How?
A whole bunch of things. I got it all written down over there.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
That's in the Spookshow notes.
Maybe you would.
You have to share this with the rest of the world.
No, it's half a miracle. My blood serum is estrogen based. I mean, I can only bring back women.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
People you can save, Jeff.
Well,
I'm so
Convenient.
Very, very convenient for that cooler of hooker parts that you have over in the corner.
These aren't my arms. This isn't my hands. These aren't my legs. This isn't my breast. Look at me. What have you done?
Take it easy, all right? Just calm down. I can explain everything. I had to make a few changes, that's all. There wasn't enough of you left to fry an egg with.
What?
That was the analogy.
Yeah, well,
All right, maybe I had to do a few unorthodox things, but, you know, things didn't turn
Eddie
out so
Guerrero.
bad. I mean,
A few unorthodox things.
I lie,
Just a
I
few.
cheat, I steal.
and you're alive. And I love you, Elizabeth. Now more than ever, I
Zorro with the
love
gay
you.
blade.
And we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, me and you.
Good God!
Why did you do this? Who are you?
No. The question is, who are you? And for what I've been hearing, your ass is mine. I'm taking possession of it now. You hear me, honey? You hear me, Crystal? You hear me, Angel? So juice, snow, sugar, monkey, I know you're all in there. Every one of you.
He is a fine actor.
Sorrow said to take care of you again, and Sorrow knows what you need to get in the right state of mind. Some of this sweet, sweet rock.
He's not saying anything. Right there. His lips weren't even moving.
Yeah.
Huh? The juice got on him.
Hair's still dry.
Yep.
Oh. Nail polish.
Looks like the mannequin head of Brian Adams. What the?
Tits and face. What
Good
the fuck?
God!
This is pure Gabe Bartlett.
That was like
Oh, yeah.
that one was like Clint Howard with arms coming out of his head. Look. Give me a kiss.
Fucking
He's like, wait a minute.
Clint Howard.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, also kind of looks like a somewhat of a maybe tribute to Belial there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that connection, and with this, yeah, no doubt. Gots to have that crack.
Give me that crack. Awesome.
Did you notice that cut right there?
I have an idea.
She bent down, and then there was a jump cut.
Hey, cut.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, yoo-hoo, wake up. You awake?
The hell you swatting at?
Jeffrey.
What happened?
Something flying around my face.
Zorro came by here.
Zorro? Here?
Yes. Jeffrey, you were gone.
Dead? How did... What?
Well, you kept very good notes. And of course, I used living parts.
Living parts? What do you mean living parts? Holy shit.
Yes,
Don't stop
good.
my hand. What are these boobs?
What are these boobs? Why didn't she just put it back on his body? What the fuck?
Because it was estrogen based.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Without body parts, I couldn't reuse your old body or even Zorro. So naturally, I had to make some changes.
Oh my God.
Where's my John?
Where's my tux?
Granted, what I did may have been alive. And you're back with me, and I love you. I love you, Jeffrey, and we're together again, all of us. Together again. Together again.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Oh man. Yeah.
Not exactly the way I expected to end, but I didn't really have any expectation of how that movie was going to end. So that's just like, well, we're going to get out on a high note. You know, let's just end it. The part of Frankenhooker's trick was played by David Lippman. If you were, and there's a guy named Batman Shirt.
And that was Rutger Hauer.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Stud in Hotel.
Transvestite.
Wow. So there we go. That's Frankenhooker from 1990. I'm going to assume there's probably not a cut scene or anything like that at the end of this, right? I mean, that's kind of before they did such things. So
this was a precursor
well, I don't know if it was
to Marvel.
before they did such things, but they probably wouldn't.
Well,
remember
true.
the,
Yeah.
What was the first one I can remember seeing? Not to go off on a tangent, but the first one I can remember seeing that in was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Probably not the first one. But
Yeah.
I do remember that at the end. Yeah.
I remember them doing that in Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Skeletor pops back up, says some bullshit like "You'll see me again" or some shit. Yeah, wow, that was something. Really, let's see if there was anything else we needed to add here. Obviously, you know, it was directed by Frank Henenlotter, who, you know, made Basket Case 1, 2, and 3, Brain Damage, and of course this. He kind of took a little bit of a break after that and didn't really do much until
You can see why.
until more recently, because he finally came back to directing in from 1991. He made Basket Case 3 and didn't make anything else till 2008 when he made Bad Biology. And he's made a few things since then, but yeah, it's I guess it's good that he came back. But so yeah, that's our first venture into Frank Henenlotter, but I'm sure it will not be the last. And you know, as we mentioned throughout there, James Lorenz is Jeffrey, Patty Mullen is Elizabeth. Yeah, that was Zachary, by the way, as the weatherman.
Right.
Smoke. Yeah, it says played by John Zachary. So, was there anything else you guys had dug up before we get into our ratings and everything to wrap this puppy up?
No.
That's enough, Frankenhooker.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we pointed out a few things during the movie,
Yeah.
so that's probably more than enough. So yeah, it was. I never did find a budget. No, I did. I mentioned that earlier, and it only made $205,000. So yeah, that was that. So I guess we'll go ahead and get straight into the star rating, so we can do our usual bit. So Donnie, I'll start with you. What's your star rating for Frankenhooker?
You know, I'm always kind of I guess I'm always first to kind of give my star rating. Which I don't mind, but for this one, man, I've seen this only once. I'm gonna give it, I don't know, this isn't really anything, and now I know Smoke has seen this at least 6 times, but it's not really anything I would, this is actually the only, I don't know, I've seen this now twice. I would probably give it maybe 2 3/4, and that's on my high end. I'm gonna settle on 2 3/4. Practical effects definitely lends its way, you know, to the higher rating on my end. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm sticking at the 2 3/4.
All right, Will, what do you have to say?
I'm gonna go with 2.5. Definitely a fun movie to watch. Something you can sit there, pretty much from the opening frame to the roll of the credits. There's something to laugh at nonstop in this movie. It does get a good bit ridiculous, and you know, it's a movie that's now 30 plus years old. You know, they did things a little different back then. Practical effects are always appreciated. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2.5.
All right, Professor, what do you say?
Yeah, this is, as I said, I've seen it, I don't know, 6, maybe 7 times now. Well, maybe 8 times now that we just watched it again. And yeah, it's one I could watch various times. I don't need to see it every year, but when I do pull it out again, it's a few years later or whatever. It's always kind of fun and fresh. And yeah, the effects are cool. I mentioned Gabe Bartalos did the effects in this one, and you can tell, especially at the scene at the end with all the creature, the parts, the melded together parts and whatnot. That's kind of become one of his staples, I guess, when he does his creature effects. So I think I'm gonna go with And also Frank Henenlotter. I mean, I love Frank Henenlotter stuff. This is not my favorite Frank Henenlotter film, and I'll let you know what that is once we get to it, because I'm sure we'll do some more at some point on the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We have yet to get to that.
Yeah, this is the
one,
first time. This is the very first Frank Henenlotter. And not really, though, he's not a prolific director. He's really not more than a handful of movies he's directed. Probably, I don't know. I haven't looked on IMDb. Probably less than 10, maybe, I would say.
Give or take, yeah. It's not many.
So, but this one's in there. It's up there. It's not my favorite, but it is up there. And I'll give it 3 1/4.
Myself, I think I'm gonna, I echo a lot of what you guys said, but I'm gonna go with 2 3/4, same as Donnie. I really enjoyed it. This was an awesome first watch, and an awesome way for me to watch it the first time. Watching it here with you guys, that was a blast. So that's gonna add a little bit to it. Although you shouldn't necessarily always look at things that way, but it is what it is, right? It's kind of your experiences with the movie and everything that kind of lends itself to your ratings. But I think it's. The special effects are pretty good. Like I said, on some of those shots, they kind of stay with it too long, so you can kind of pick it apart. But all in all, I think they did a great job with it. It was hilarious. They really leaned into the comedy aspect of it. They knew that this was going to be super cheesy, and like you said, that's probably Henenlotter, right? Like, it's kind of his style.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the way he does things. But they didn't shy away from it. Because just last week we watched Leprechaun in the Hood, and it seemed that sometimes they kind of shied away from it, or they got away from the comedy aspect in some ways, where they should have stayed with it like this, and you probably would have enjoyed it more. But yeah, awesome time watching that. I love the movie. So that means all 4 of us together, the consensus score is a 2.81.
Yeah, not bad.
Pretty high. Not super high on our scale, but pretty high on our scale. Yeah. So not bad at all. So Donnie, I guess I'll toss to you first.
Connections from the crypt.
Yeah, so on the crew side, the special effects, not only was there Bartolos, sorry,
Gabe Bartolos.
Yeah, I've had a few drinks.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes that's the way we get through things here.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that we cope on the Spookshow. But so Leprechaun in the Hood, and then also Frankenhooker. So he's covered all 3, and then there's also on the special effects side Matt Vogel, who's covered Frankenhooker, Creepshow, and Street Trash. And Street Trash will actually come up again on the cast side. James Lawrence also was in Street Trash, like we mentioned previously, and then Louise Lasser was also in Blood Rage. So, if you haven't checked out any of those episodes, definitely check them out. They are in the Spookshow archives.
Yep.
Just kind of
all worth watching for various reasons.
Certainly.
All right, so Will, that'll toss to you.
So I came up with 14. You start off at the beginning of the movie with Elizabeth getting eat up by the mower. My 2 through 10 are the prostitutes all getting blown up by the super crack.
Classic.
Not things you think you'd hear today, but here we are.
Then you got the guy in the hotel was making love to the Frankenhooker.
The penguin.
I don't know what you'd call him, like a patron or another pimp in the bar. Jeffrey getting decapitated, and then Zorro, you would assume, is ripped apart inside the freezer.
All right, so that naturally leads us to you, Smoke.
Gore score.
Yeah, this is Gabe Bartolos, as we mentioned, did the effects for this one, which he did the effects for the last Spookshow movie we did, which was Leprechaun in the Hood. And you can noticeably see the difference between the two movies as far as gore is concerned. Even though, which is kind of weird, this movie, there's a lot of exploding hooker bodies and all kinds of stuff. The blood, the actual level of blood is low. There's a lot of gore, there's decapitations. You would think that many hookers exploding, though, there would be like just blood everywhere, kind of like the Street Trash body explosion, But they were fun. They were definitely fun. Hilarious scene with the super crack and the hookers exploding. Gore wise, you got some I don't know, multiple decapitations, I guess. Or you mostly see though the heads kind of flying through a window or into the landing in the garbage can or going across the room or whatever. You got those creatures at the end that come out of the freezer, all mutated and whatnot. Because it's got a lot of, it's all, of course, practical effects. Mainly mutations and exploding bodies and stuff, but not a whole lot of actual just blood splatter. So I think I'm going to go with a 7. I think if it had more like huge explosions of bodies with blood and parts flying everywhere, it might have creeped up to like a 9 or so.
Yeah.
But as it is, I think I'll go with 7.
So yeah, there you go. That's Frankenhooker. I guess we've done and said all that needs to be done and said with this movie. That was a blast. But for episode 101, so kind of starting the next 100 episodes of the Spook Show here.
Doing 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. The most horrific movie.
You're stealing my thunder.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
So starting with episode 101, we're going to be doing our every other week horror reviews that we always do every 2 weeks.
It's 101 hookers.
With that one,
super crack.
with that one, we're going to start doing a rotation. So like each one of us will pick the movie. We won't necessarily leave it up to a poll anymore for those. Not that we generally did too often with the horror movies anyways. But basically, we're going to start with Will, and he's going to pick an older one. Now, our line of embarkation, as we always like to say, is 1999 and back is an older one, and then 2000 to present is a newer one. We spun the wheel, and Will gets the first choice, and then in 103 it'll be me, then in episode 105 it'll be Donnie, then 107 it'll be a Smoke, and then in 109 it'll be a wild card. So like it'll be kind of be a group effort on that one, and then start over with the rotation again. So. With that, and each time we do this, we're going to let that person whose choice it is to announce it on the spot, so we have no idea what it's going to be. So, Will, I'm going to hand it over to you. What are we going to be watching next week?
Well, first off, I want to say I find it comical that the person that's more or less the novice of the group is picking an old movie to start this off.
Yeah, yeah, but that
yes.
luck of the dice, though. That's all it was.
But
literally.
having said that, I'm going to go to one of my favorite horror genres for this pick. It's going to be George Romero's Night of the Living Dead.
Ah,
nice,
Very nice.
nice.
So
nice choice.
So one we definitely have not watched before, obviously, and one we've talked about a number of times. Like, yeah, we need to get to this because it's a classic. So, yeah, that is going to be awesome. So come back next week for that. That'll be episode 101. Like I said, that'll be starting the next 100 episodes of the All American Spook Show podcast. So. I guess that's really all we need to say, guys. So come back for Night of the Living Dead, and that's literally probably available anywhere because I think it's in the public domain. So
you just got to make sure you get the authentic one, I guess.
Yeah, because there are weird cuts of it out there too. So yeah, we'll throw out maybe like a source that we're gonna watch it at, so you can kind of all watch the same version, so to speak, that we watch. But come back next week for that, and I guess that's it, guys. Happy 100th episode anniversary.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a good run, and obviously that number started to jump up big time last year. We pretty much doubled our output since a year ago, for sure. Yeah, and it's almost exactly, if not exactly, a year ago, Donnie, when you came on now.
I came on in...
I think it was, I want to say it was like March 15th or something like that last year.
March sometime, and it was, we started with crawlers, which is the bane of our existence.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much exactly a year ago when you came on, because it's this came out today on March 21st. So
yeah,
you've been on for a year.
We keep keep the same recording schedule.
We'll get to 200 way sooner than we got to 100. That's a fact.
Definitely. Probably by next year.
Yeah, because when you came on, like you said, the first one was Crawlers, right? That was episode 54. And that was a year ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've doubled the output in that year since. But in large part thanks to you. So it's been an awesome year.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been an awesome first 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more, like I said. So for Donnie, Will, and Professor Smoke, I'm Josh. We are the All American Spook Show Horror Podcast, and we will talk to you next week for Night of the Living Dead.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited.
As you leave the theater, folks, please be careful. Don't let this happen to your car. Be sure to remove the speaker before you leave. If you should accidentally pull a speaker loose, please turn it in at our snack bar or box office. Thank you.